You are scared you already ruined your life. You do not always say it in words. You say it in the way you scroll, in the way your thumb keeps moving even when your chest wants to stop. The screen is a crowded airport. Everyone you know seems to have a boarding pass. New job, new baby, new country, new last name. Their lives flicker across your phone like departure times on a giant board. Everyone else is taking off. You are still sitting in the same plastic chair, holding the same old bag. If that picture feels too close, stay here with me for a while. We are not in a hurry. There is a version of you that had everything figured out by now. You thought there would be a house with soft yellow light, a partner who looks at you like you are their favorite accident, friends who do brunch in nice restaurants with real napkins, a job where you walk in and people listen when you speak. Instead, real life happened. You blinked, and 10 years vanished into work shifts, family problems, invisible illnesses, small emergencies that never made it to Instagram. You collected receipts, not milestones. Bills, not boarding passes. No one posts that on their stories. You open your phone again. You see a former classmate smiling in front of a condo you could not afford in 3 lifetimes. You see a wedding on a beach where everyone looks naturally thin. You see a baby that already owns more clothes than you do. You zoom in on the captions as if they might confess something. Maybe they are secretly miserable. Maybe they hate their spouse. Maybe they cry in the bathroom. But all you see are beige emojis and gratitude. You get that familiar tightness in your chest. That quiet sentence. I am late. I wasted too much time. Everyone else is so far ahead. Let me confess something ugly. I used to stalk my old coworkers on LinkedIn at 2 a.m. I would look at their promotions, their new titles. Senior, vice president, manager, head of something important. I would sit there in the glow of the screen, a 42-year-old gay man with a speech disability, unemployed on purpose after 20 years in corporate, and feel like I had thrown my life in the trash. I did not leave a high-paying bank job with a master's degree and an almost automatic promotion track because I was brave. I left because I was tired and depressed and slowly disappearing. I felt like a ghost in my own life. I showed up to meetings. I smiled. I nodded. Inside, I was a smoke alarm going off that no one could hear. Some nights, I wished I could just vanish from every group chat. No explanation. No goodbye. Leave the airport, walk outside, and never come back. Not because I wanted to die, but because I was ashamed of how stuck I felt. So if you think you're behind, listen to me carefully. You are not lazy. You are not defective. You are not a broken version of a person who was supposed to be more. You have been surviving. That does not look glamorous. Survival looks like waking up when you're tired of waking up. It looks like showing up to a job that crushes your soul because your family needs the money. It looks like laughing at jokes that are not funny, so people do not notice how much you want to cry. It looks like staying in a relationship past its expiry date because the alternative is sleeping alone with your thoughts. Survival is not pretty, but it counts. It counts so much more than you think. You were never on the same timeline as the people on your feed. Some of them had parents who paid for everything. Some of them did not have to care for sick relatives. Some of them were allowed to be themselves. You, on the other hand, had to carry extra weight. Maybe you are queer in a family that pretends not to notice. Maybe you are the designated strong one who never gets to collapse. Maybe your body or your mind betrayed you early, and you spent your 20s and 30s just trying to keep your head above water. That is not a delay. That is a different life. Picture yourself again in that airport. Everyone else is gathering at the gate. They are rushing, dragging perfect luggage. You are sitting a few seats away with a backpack that has seen too many rainy seasons. Here is the truth. You are not late. You are in a different journey altogether. Your plane does not leave from that terminal. I know it is easy to say and hard to feel. I know because I am you in many ways. I am a 42-year-old Filipino, gay, ex-corporate worker who walked away from a big bank job with no plan B. I have a speech disability, so even this voice you are hearing is not mine. It is an app speaking for me. When I film myself walking, my lips barely move. Sometimes I am scared people will see me on screen and think I am strange or broken, but I am here anyway, talking to you, walking with you, refusing to disappear. I want this channel to be our quiet airport bench. No motivational screaming. No 10-step plan. Just two tired people who stopped pretending they are fine. You might feel behind because you're measuring your life with the wrong ruler. The ruler made of likes, titles, paychecks, TikTok sounds, and so-called adulting milestones that everyone keeps posting on their feeds. Just for today, try using a different kind of measurement and see how it feels. Measure your life in small rebellions, like the day you replied no without offering a long excuse, or the time you quietly walked out of a room that was slowly killing you inside. Think about the hour you spent in bed letting yourself cry instead of forcing yourself to act normal, and the moment you found enough strength to send a message asking for help. These are arrivals too, turning points and quiet victories, even if they do not look cute in flat lay photos or inspirational carousels. There is something else we rarely talk about. Some of the people you envy, the ones who look complete and successful from a distance, are quietly envying you too, because they see your courage, your honesty, and your refusal to keep lying to yourself about what hurts and what no longer fits. You are not a failure just because you do not have a house, or a partner, or a child, or a career that looks dramatic and impressive on LinkedIn. You are a human being who went to war with invisible things, with anxiety that wraps around your ribs, with depression that turns mornings into mountains, with loneliness that follows you into crowded rooms, with shame that tells you to stay small, and with the old belief that you were never enough. You show up to that war every single day, often alone, without applause, without benefits, without anyone handing you a trophy for surviving another week. And that effort matters more deeply than you give yourself credit for. Right now, I want you to do something very simple with me. Gently notice where you are. The chair under you, or the bed holding your weight. The cheap table, or the old desk in front of you. The way the light touches the floor. And the sound outside your window, whether it is a car passing, traffic humming, a dog barking in the distance, or the quiet rhythm of your own breathing. This moment, right here, is not a waiting room where your real life is delayed until you become richer, thinner, partnered, healthier, or more impressive. This is your life, not the wrong version, not a draft or a rehearsal, but the real one you are actually living. Take one slow breath with me now, in through your nose, feeling your chest rise. Hold it gently for a moment, and then let it out through your mouth, a little slower than before. I know you have a heavy suspicion that it is already too late Too late to start. Too late to change. Too late to love. Too late to rest. Too late to try one more time. You sit there watching younger people on your screen, sprinting through opportunities and milestones, and you start to feel like an old phone left behind at the charging station in the corner. Forgotten and unnecessary, even though you still work and you still hold so many untapped stories inside you. But the story is not finished just because you feel tired. You are allowed to change directions at 42 or 59 or 71. You are allowed to build a small, beautiful life that would look boring on social media, but feels like relief to you. Later, when this video ends, someone will post a new achievement. They will get engaged. They will buy a car. They will go to Europe. You will be tempted to compare again. When that happens, remember this moment. You, sitting wherever you are. Me, a stranger with a broken voice, walking on your screen. Two lives that were never supposed to cross, sharing the same quiet second. You are not behind. You are on your own road, and you are still on it. You did not miss your life. You are in it right now. When the screen finally goes dark, I want you to feel one small thing. Not inspiration. Not pressure to change everything overnight. Just this. You are allowed to rest your shoulders. You are allowed to unclench your jaw. You are allowed to exist without proving anything. Today, it is enough that you are here, breathing in this small space with me. The race can wait. You and I, we are not finished yet.